Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, shoot. I better start it. There we go. Oh, wait. Where was I? Okay. There we go. Um, I was gonna start the video off with this, so let's do that.
Haven't you ever noticed that after one of my barbecues and they have the sauce, people want to get right home? Got a cup of it, I said. Left it up there breathing. What you give the chicken to these people that's going up and have some sauce.
Oh my God! Bill Cosby has never been funnier. Oh shoot! I was gonna show that until later. Anyway, hello, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anyone who happens to stumble across my videos. I feel so sorry for you. How unfortunate. Anyway, for those, oh hey, someone already. Oh hey, I don't know how to say your name. Noir rival. Riv, Rivaliant. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. But anyway, these are the things I've been working on for the past couple of days. These are the storyboards, which I've showed in a previous video, but I did a little cleanup work on the logo that I'm going to be working with for my animations and such. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fancy? Oh, Noir Rival says, Rival is fine. Or Rive. Rive or Riv? How do you say that? Never mind. But yeah, ain't that fancy. And here's where the cream or bunny booty slap is at this point. I've been working on a lot of the frames for the most part of today, and I got most of the um, panty frames finished. I only have like a handful of frames left to really clean up, and then I'll be able to color it. But then after that, I want to do a um, version with her frock or her dress. And then after that, like maybe a few variants of maybe some lingerie or like a string bikini or something of that nature. But here's where it is now. As you can see, the panties are like very loose fitting cotton, which I feel is pretty fun to animate, but pretty complicated because it's like flapping around more than the booties and the booty cheeks and such. But anyway, that's where that is, and I only have a few more frames to finish on that, and then I'll be animating the frock. And then afterwards, I'm hoping like the other versions of um, maybe like lingerie or bikini is going to be a little easier to animate because it's going to be more form fitting. So I don't have to animate it as more of like a separate entity as I'm animating these like loose fitting cotton panties. Because I want to animate them like I said, they're like loose fitting and a little somewhat baggy, just flapping a little here and there, just a tiny bit. And the frock is going to be more or less somewhat the same, but not as complicated as these panties because the frock is going to be a little like made more of a thicker fabric and not as delicately, um, I guess, wrinkled as. Okay, like hold on. I think I left a frame transparent somewhere. there is a transparent frame. There it is. There we go. But anyway, yeah. Like the frock is going to be a little more easy to animate because it's a thicker fabric and not as detailed when it comes to wrinkles. And with the lingerie and the bikini, they're going to be more form-fitting, so they're not going to be flapping around the skin as much as these panties are. But anyway, that's where I am today. And besides this, what I've been working on today is another natives drawing, which is this. And I know this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers, but what do I care at this point? And like what this is pretty much saying is Trump did nothing wrong. Just as long as you keep looking. Oh, I think we're going to have to change that text. Just as long as you keep looking away, or should it be just as long as you keep looking the other way? I don't know. What do you think? Should it be just as long as you keep looking away, or just as long as you keep looking the other way? I think the other way is like a little more wordy, but maybe a little more impact. I'm not sure. Just as long as you keep looking the other way. I might have to go with the other way on this. Oh, let me put on some music. Or should I put on some music? I don't know. It's like sometimes my bandwidth craps out on me. Ah, nuts. What's wrong with my... Oh. The other way. I don't know if I have any fans who are Trump supporters, and I'm sorry if you are, but this is more or less how I feel about the whole situation. And I feel pretty strongly about it since, like, not only am I threatened with imprisonment for my own pornographic drawings, but people are serving decades of prison time for the mere download or possession of child pornography, yet the worst hands-on offenders are our elected officials and people in the higher echelon of government. And that's fucked up. So why should I have to live a pseudo-freedom as someone who is a registered sex offender for the mere download of images or the imprisonment of my own drawings when high-ranking government officials are being accused of rape molestation, and hands-on sex offenses, yet little to nothing happens to them. And I believe that's just bullshit. Why the fuck is that? Anyway, let me put on some music. It's pretty quiet in here. It's quiet. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. I've done it before and had some pretty good results. Anyway, here we go. Anyway, get back to discussions a little bit, and I wanted to talk about my second polygraph test. And for those who aren't aware, like I made an announcement of my first polygraph test, and it was I didn't fail it, but it was inconclusive. And if you watch the previous video pertaining to my first polygraph test, it was inconclusive because of my slow breathing rate. And the guy who was taking my polygraph test told me that average or like normal humans don't breathe like I do. And I had to make a video about it because like whenever I'm not doing anything or like in like a mode of concentration or like in my drawing mode, as I call it, I don't breathe all that much. And he noted that I only breathed like about 6 to 8 times a minute, when the average human, the normal human, breathes about shoot, I can't even remember. I think it was like 16 to 18 times a minute. And to me that sounded excessive, because for me personally, when I heard that, it sounded like that sounded like a lot. Because like when I'm drawing, like I honestly don't breathe that much. And there are times when I'm drawing, I just stay very still. And other people have noted it, that sometimes when I'm drawing, they think that their internet is lagging, or my internet is lagging, because I don't tend to move or breathe whenever I draw. And that's like a natural occurrence to me, because as an artist I have to make very smooth and steady lines, and in order to do so I have to remain pretty still. And in order to remain pretty still, I have to take slow and steady breaths. So for me, like breathing a few times per minute comes natural to me. But for this time around, for this second polygraph test, I focused on breathing at a regular rate, I guess, for an average human being. So I was constantly like concentrating on breathing at a more rapid pace than I usually do. So I was like constantly just like breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And it was like at a more rapid pace than I feel like I usually breathe. So I didn't want to fail that polygraph just because of my low breathing rate. So I focused on breathing more often. But I feel like this polygraph, like I did pretty well on it. But uh, shoot, I don't know if I should say this, but the guy who's taking my polygraph test said he should have thrown it out because of my heart rate. Now, this is where it gets really weird. My first polygraph test, when he first strapped me up to the machine, like he stated that my readings were far beyond any average human being. And these are readings that were just off the charts. Like he's never seen readings like this. And this time around, I tried to stay as, I guess, like as normal as possible, like breathing, keeping my breathing at a pretty regular rate. But the test in and of itself wanted to throw out my test completely because of my heart rate, because my heart rate was very irregular. And like I already stated to him that I already had been diagnosed with heart palpitations, and there were like some things in the past that I've had to deal with my heart, but he said that none of that would matter in my test. With him knowing that, like there was just something pretty irregular about my heart rate that would have thrown the test out. But other than that, like I passed my polygraph. And I think this all goes back to my, well, the fact that I am the offspring of a uranium baby. And for those who are pretty new to this fact, is that my mother was born on a uranium camp. For those who don't know, like a lot of Native Americans were employed, and especially the Navajos in the Navajo reservation, were employed to mine uranium during the war effort in World War II and even beyond that. So my grandfather was one of those people who was sent into the uranium mines to mine uranium. And a lot of these Native Americans were sent in without any protection whatsoever. They were sent in with some little protection, told that that would protect them from the radiation, but in all actuality, they knew they were sending them in there with just these, like, more or less just flimsy, I don't know, protective gear that they knew that wouldn't guard around, that wouldn't guard against uranium or radiation. So my grandfather and my grandmother and some of my other uncles and aunts were on this uranium camp, and um, it was on the uranium camp where more or less where my mother was born, and because they lived in that environment, everything around that uranium camp was heavily irradiated, especially the water and a lot of the food that they ate. So my mother was born with some very detrimental irregularities, and she wasn't deformed or anything of that matter, but they were just beneath the skin, so to speak. So my mother was born without sweat glands or pain receptors in her lower extremities. And because of that, she's had to deal with certain issues. Like during the summer, she tends to overheat, so she has to keep herself either moisturized, or she wraps a wet towel around her neck in order to keep from overheating. And as far as the lack of pain receptors, she walked around with broken ankles without even knowing it, because she couldn't feel the pain. And unfortunately, well, I guess not unfortunately, in a sense, because her offspring, me and my siblings, were born with we weren't born with the the detrimental abnormalities that my mother was born with, but we were born with certain attributes, and these attributes I cover in like different videos, but I'll briefly go over them. But me and my siblings all share like a high tolerance for pain and an accelerated healing factor. Like we all seem to heal incredibly quickly, and each one of us seem to have our own innate abilities. Me myself, I've talked about this on numerous videos. I seem to have somewhat of an ability for more or less foresight, because I keep having these prophetic dreams that keep coming true. And I've talked about them numerous times. And my younger sister, she has a somewhat of a empathic ability. And then my other siblings, they all have their other attributes. Some like super strength in a sense. And I've yet to like really like, I guess, more or less clarify with some of my other siblings, and I'm not sure if they're really aware of it, but they are aware of the accelerated healing factor and the high tolerance for pain. And I'm not sure if they're aware of like any other innate abilities that they might have. But I guess, for lack of a better term, me and my siblings are more or less mutants, so to speak. And that's pretty like funny to say, because it's a silly concept, but it is true. But I believe that the results from my polygraph, the first time and this time, are they bring validation to that concept, because the guy who's taking my polygraph stated that he's never seen body readings like he's seen in mine. Like my body readings were just off the chart, and this time around, like my heart rate is just like very abnormal, and it's more or less nothing that can more or less be explained. But he cut me a break, because because I'm broke. Because after this, like, if I were to fail this polygraph test, I would have to pay for another polygraph test out of pocket, which is like $300 per test. And I can't pay that, and I wouldn't be willing to pay that. And the fact of the matter is that if I don't pay that, then I'd be going back to prison. So, like, you know what? Fuck it. And that's pretty much what I said to him. Is that he asked me, like, would I be able to pay that $300? And I said no. Like, fucking, I wouldn't be able to pay that shit, because before all this bullshit happened, I was the breadwinner. I was making like thousands of dollars a year, like, well, more or less like $3,000 to $4,000 a month before all this bullshit went down. And he asked me if there was anybody I could probably get the money from. I was like, no. So, like, if I were to fail this test, I would have to pay for it out of pocket. And if I were to pay for it out of pocket, I'm not going to pay that shit. You know, fucking send me back to prison. And that would be a testament to the fact that, like, to the whole corruption of the legal system and the judicial system. Because, like, time and time again, it's been stated that if you don't have the money, then, like, fucking you're going to prison. And, like, fucking whatever, like, send me back to prison. You know, like, if you're going to punish me for being broke, fuck you. Send me back to prison. Because I don't really like living under this pseudo-freedom that the government's allowing me to have. And in some cases, you know, like, you can send me back to prison or whatever, because if I go back to prison, I'd be free to draw all the lewd, raunchy, explicit pornography that I wanted. Because, matter of fact, the pornography that they confiscated from me were all my drawings, and for the most part, the major majority of them were drawn in prison. But yeah, the American legal and justice system is all fucked up. But yeah, those were the results of my recent polygraph test. I pretty much passed it. it would have been thrown out because of my irregular heart rate, which is, I guess, hard to read. And I attribute that to my to the fact that I am the offspring of a uranium baby, more or less making me a certified mutant, making me and my siblings certified mutants. Excuse me. But I believe I passed because of the fact that if I were to fail this, I wouldn't be able to pay for any more sessions, and they would just send me back to prison because of my inability to pay. So the guy cut me a break, and when he cut me a break, I was just like more or less surprised at that point. It's like, fucking, I've had such a shit life through this whole process. And like, he stated that he wanted to see me like he didn't say that he wanted to see me succeed, but wait, I think he said along the terms that he wanted to see me catch a break or something, because he's heard so much about me. And for some reason, with my case, every official that I've come in contact with, like, it's like my reputation precedes me. It's like everyone like hears about my situation before I even like meet them, and I guess that's something more or less unheard of. But I think it's kind of a big deal because, let's face it, I was thrown back in prison for my own pornographic drawings, which is just monstrously unconstitutional in my opinion. Anyway, let me check the chat. Oh, there's a person named Dez. I'm not sure if he was here before, but hello, Dez. Yes, Dez says it's way too hard for anybody with a criminal record to actually get on their feet again. And Dez says he was here once before, and I'm pretty sure I was drunk at that time too. But yes, welcome back, Dez. Glad to see more people. Or glad to see not more people, but, well, I guess people in general. I don't know. Can you guys hear me all that well? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Like, sometimes I have issues with the volume and the music. Just fine. Okay, sweet. But does anyone have any questions for me? It's like, Rival, I know you from Pixiv, and you just found me again, like today, I assume. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. And Rev, sorry, Dez, you too. If you have any questions, like I guess ask away. Yeah, Rival just found me literally an hour ago. Um, I used to chat or converse or comment with Rival on Pixiv back when I was on Pixiv. But for those who don't know, Pixiv is an adult website which I released a lot of my very explicit lowly artworks as Natus_01 under the name John Black. And I wish I could go back, but yeah, that's where I met Rival. Dez is asking, am I a self-taught artist or did I go to school? As far as artwork goes, I'm self-taught, but I went to school for animation, but it was a pretty crappy animation school, so in a sense, I'm self-taught there as well. So I guess for the most part, I'm self-taught all around. Yeah, just comes from a lot of practice. Rival says, sorry I was in Blade and Soul when you mentioned Trump. Not a supporter, but ain't no hurt feeling roasting him lol. Yes, I want to make this clear. I am not a Trump supporter. That's why I'm making this piece, which says, Trump did nothing wrong, just as long as you keep looking the other way. And here you have him grabbing some woman by the, using his terminology, pussy, and then groping an underage girl on the right side here. And there seems to be little to no record of him assaulting underage girls, but there are a lot of conspiracies which seem to have been silenced lately because I've tried to look some of them up. And they seem to be, they just seem to be gone. But I have a speculation, and it is sheer speculation, and I have no grounds to base this on except for the conspiracies that I've heard about. So this bears little to no merit, but if you think about it, it does make a lot of sense. And what I speculate is that the reason he's so chummy with the Russians and the Russian oligarchs is because Trump had visited a few, if not several, underage brothels in Russia while he was doing business there. And because of that, it's like this is more or less the dirt Putin and the oligarchs might have on him, and that's why he's just so accommodating toward them. Again, this is just speculation, but if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. And in some of the conspiracies that I've heard about before they were silenced, he had assaulted several underage girls. And here I am going back to prison for my own pornographic drawings. I mean, what the fuck is this shit? It's like, hey everybody, rape is okay just so long as you're a politician. Maybe that should be my next thing. I should draw Kavanaugh raping and groping some random woman with the caption, "Rape is okay just so long as you're a politician." And I believe that's why the government or the FBI investigation scope was so limited, is that perhaps Kavanaugh and several people or several Republicans or um, federal or judicial people working in government were with Kavanaugh at that point. Maybe Kavanaugh and some of these higher ups were part of these fucking rape parties and shit. And that's why they wanted this FBI investigation scope so limited. Because if they were to investigate everybody, they'd realize that a lot of these government officials were part of that fucking rape train or that rape party and all that bullshit. Why else would they limit the scope of the investigation? If not for the sake of a lot of these people who may have been party to some of these sexual escapades. So, rape is okay just so long as you're a politician. This says gotta have enough money to and connections to buy it. Pretty much. That's why you should vote Blackhorse 2020. And I shall unearth and expose all corrupt government officials. I'll run on a full disclosure campaign. If there's any corruption, I will expose it at gunpoint if I have to. That's the kind of president I'll be. I'm not going to deal with anybody's bullshit because I've dealt with enough bullshit as it is. So, make me president and I'll fucking fix all of this nonsense. And you can believe that because, like, fucking, I have no allegiance to anybody, not even to money. I can't be corrupted. Des says, if I lived in America, I'd vote for you, LOL. Rival says, I remain skeptical, but then at that point, it would be like, who is the asshole that is going to unwind this rat nest? And then find out way too many people involved with underage brothels and stuff. BRB, right quick, got popcorn in the magic box. Why did you have to say popcorn? Remain skeptical, but then at that point it would be like, who is the asshole that is going to unwind this rat nest? And then find out way too many people involved with underage brothels. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that everyone working in government is involved with some form of underage brothel. I mean, it wasn't too long ago when members of the Pentagon were investigated for having a child pornography ring. I mean, these were several members of the Pentagon who had a child pornography ring going. And that was all you heard about it. You didn't hear about the court case or whatever that transpired from it, or this and that. How many years they got? You just heard about like, several members of the Pentagon were running a child pornography ring, and then after that, it was just nothing. So I'm pretty sure you can bet that they were just probably fired from the Pentagon and then given some probation. And I wouldn't doubt it. You know, if it was a regular civilian, they would have been given like 10 to 20 years or so, because that's what they're handing out nowadays. And I was lucky before they changed some of those laws and those rules. They only gave me like a I can't remember how many months they gave me, but I only spent 1.5 years in prison. Yeah, Des says probably given an early retirement package and a slap on the wrist. That's pretty much it. Because even after I got out of prison, there was a cop here in Vegas who was found guilty of having child pornography, and all that happened to him is that he was let go from the police force. That was it. And while I was in prison, there was an article that came through the prison network. You have a computer, somewhat of a computer network that gives you like case files of legal cases that are going on. There was a federal judge who was found guilty of possessing child pornography, and instead of given prison time, he was given probation because of his advanced age. It's like, fucking, that's bullshit. It's like, fucking, there are geriatrics walking around prison. Like, when I was there, it's like, for the most part, like, it felt like it was part prison and part old person facility. It's like, why are you fucking locking up a lot of these old people? Like, a lot of these guys are of little to no threat whatsoever. And yet you're locking them up, and then fucking a lot of them are just dying in prison. And that's no joke. Like, a lot of these old fellas were just falling apart in prison. And here you have this federal judge who's around, like, close to 80 years old, and yet you give him like probation because of his advanced age. It's like, fucking don't give me that bullshit. You fucking gave him probation because it was a professional courtesy. Is like, fucking, since he was a federal judge, you gave him like an easy break because he was a federal judge. He was like, it's a form of nepotism in a sense. I was like, oh, he was my fellow judge for so many years, and he was found with child pornography. I'm gonna cut him a break and just say it was because of his advanced age. Like, fucking, why aren't other elderly people given that break? It's like, here I am in prison and I'm pushing elderly people in a wheelchair because they can't get from point A to point B. And here this other federal judge is found guilty of child pornography and he's only given probation while I'm pushing these wheelchair-bound elderly people around in prison. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah. Rival is saying, like, he was a judge, that's why he got probation. Just don't lie about why, you know? You know, well, exactly. It's like, just don't fucking give us the courtesy of like lying to us. It's like, we all know you're lying. Just tell us that you're giving him probation because he was a federal judge. Yeah, fucking biased judicial asshole. But there's just so much wrong with the system as it is right now. So vote for Blackhorse 2020. I'll root out all corruption and then have them all executed. I think that would be a fair deterrent. And mind you, execution will only be reserved for government workers who are transgressors against the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And the more violent offenders in society. But for the most part, execution would be reserved for the corruption in government. So vote for Blackhorse 2020. Yeah. Vote for me.
Dancing is as easy as 1, 2, 3 in ABC.
Are there any more questions? Hmm? Rival says, crossing his fingers, he doesn't piss off the wrong person. Oh, rival, you don't have to worry about pissing anyone off. You're cool. What? I love 3D Lowly. There's like only a few 3D Lowly artists that I enjoy, and you're one of them. I can't remember the other ones. But I hope they reach out to me. I shall BRB. Oh, shit. Hey, I'm back. I rather enjoy your stylized version of 3D Lowly. Their rival. And you mentioned Lolicit. I've heard of people mention Lolicit, but I've never been there before. At least I don't think I have. If I have been there, I must have been very drunk, but other than that, I think I've only heard about it. Oh, hey, Skullhead's here. Yeah, I do enjoy 3D Lowly. There was this one guy I would talk to every now and then over comments and messages. I can't remember his name, but he avoided making like pornographic Lowly or whatever because of the area that he was in. I guess the area he's in, like it's frowned upon very heavily. But he went out of his way to make me a personal image. And it was a pretty naughty image, and it was pretty hot. But it was like a private image, and it was like just really, it was really well done, and I really do like his characters. I just wish I could remember his name, and I'm pretty sure I could find his name quickly if I were able to just or if I were allowed to jump back on Pixiv. I could find out. You know what? Those who are on Pixiv, like, I think I've already asked this a few times before of like other people on different websites, but if you're on Pixov, like feel free to let people know where I am, where I'm posting, that I have like a YouTube thing going. Like bring them around. Like the more the merrier, I guess. Just let people know that I'm back and that I'm still producing art. And I think that guy would be able to reach out to me. But yeah, I do enjoy his 3D work. I do enjoy Rival's 3D work, and I think there are like a few others 3D stuff that I do enjoy. Um, there was another guy I never bothered to fucking remember his name or favorite any of his stuff because I thought that I would just be able to find it pretty quickly. But after all this bullshit happened, like I haven't been able to find him again. But another 3D guy that I really do enjoy is Self-Driving Screw? Is that his name? It was Self-Driving something. And I believe it did involve a screw. But yeah, that guy's 3D stuff is amazing. But I think those are the only 3D people that I do enjoy. Rival, dude, I can't remember. Dude, I never bothered to find his name or uh, really favorite any of his stuff. I should have favorited some of his images. And then self-driving, whatever it was. Oh, I just remembered another one. Matrix Mantis. X Mantis. Mantis X. It was either X Mantis or Mantis X. But yeah, that's Rival. Dude, I can't remember. Dude, I never really bothered to fucking whatever. Self-driving screw, and then Mantis X or X Mantis. So those are 5 3D producers of 3D lowly that I enjoy. There are a few others that I can remember right now, but they're more or less mediocre. Anyway, for those who are just joining, this is what I'm working on. Oh, hold on. Ah, ah. Trump did nothing wrong. Just as long as you keep looking the other way. Wait. Oh, fuck, you know I'm drunk. Other away. Why did no one point that out before? Yeah, there we go. Had to fix it a little bit. Trump did nothing wrong. Just as long as you keep looking the other way. Ugh. Rival says idea. If you remember your login, you can get someone you trust to log in and make a Pixiv upload with the new information, maybe. Rival, can I trust you? Des says, I love how smug you drew Trump. Such a perfect shit-eating grin. Well, that's his fucking grin. It's like, that's the fucking grin I see all the time. He's just so fucking smug and full of himself. Every time he appears on television, it's always that fucking smug grin. Like he got one over on everybody. That's the grin I fucking see every time I see Trump, like, fucking smile. It's like it's just this fucking smugness that he has about him, that he fucking, like, tricked everybody into believing him. Is like, yeah, like, fucking, I'm better than all of you because I got everyone, like, I got all of America to believe in me, and I fucking this and that, and now I'm president. Yeah, I'm president. I'm better than everybody fucking else. It's like, fucking fuck you, Trump. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking smug ass motherfucker, pussy clown dildo asshole. I'm not used to swearing all that much on my streams. I hope I don't get in trouble. But who cares? It's not like I monetize my freaking channel or anything. Anyway, Rival says, I don't know if they think you logged in to do that. I guess if I were to have someone log into my Pixiv, maybe it should be someone local. Should that be the case? I don't know. Does anyone really want that responsibility? Well, actually, I get constant updates in my email telling me that people are trying to contact me via Pixiv. And it's like, fucking, I can't do anything with your Pixiv notification because I can't log in there. Or can I? No, I'm not blocked or anything. I can access it. I'm wondering if I can access my Pixiv, go into my settings, and block adult artwork, and then make an update. Because that's pretty much what I did with my DeviantArt, Fur Affinity, and Ink Bunny. I would have to activate the R18 and R18G options. Okay, I assume R18 means adult artwork, but what's R18G? It's like if I log in there and mess with my settings. Um, oh, G is gore artwork. Now I remember. So I'd have to turn off the R18 settings. Now that you mentioned that, I do remember the gore settings, and I think I had those turned off because I didn't want to see any gore. So if I log in, just go to my settings and then turn off the R18, I think it'd be fine to just start uploading quote unquote clean artwork. More or less.
I walk through a door to a new dimension. And you can too, if you do enough midichlorians. You can go anywhere.
No, you don't want to post this screenshot. You want to post this screenshot. That's terrible, Blackhorse. Why would you want to do that? You're advertising the wrong thing. I might have to come back to this later. I'm feeling like I should play with another sketch. I don't know what should I sketch. I'm pretty drunk at this point. Burp. Hmm.
I walk through a door to a new dimension. And you can too. You can go anywhere, do anything. You're only used to try. Just give in.
Hmm. Damn it. What's this one? That's fucking low to nothing.
Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. You wanna be so be it. But you wanna be bad, just beat it. Beat it. No one wants to be defeated. Showing how funky, strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Beat it. They're out to get you. Better leave while you can. Don't wanna be a boy, you wanna be
Sorry about that.
man. You wanna stay alive, better do what you can.
Rivals asking, have I taken the time to watch My Hero Academia or read the manga? Yes, I have.
Show them that you're really not scared. You're playing with your life. This ain't
what is
no
this?
truth or dare. They'll kick you.
Sweet. Rival just showed me a
Tell you it's
screenshot of what to do in my user settings so I can get back on Pixels.
wanna be bad, just beat it.
Sorry.
Showing how funky, strong is your fight.
Gotta have some evil laughter every now and then.
Doesn't matter
I mean, evil laughter is a good exercise.
right. Just beat it, beat
Anyway.
it, beat it, beat it. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it.
There was another drawing I was trying to find. Oh! There it is. I think that's more or less done. Except for the feet. Or maybe I should just redraw it all together. I don't know.
Just beat it.
I don't know. I guess I was just getting bored with this drawing.
Wants to be defeated.
Maybe I should just get back to it.
Showing how funky, strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Just beat it. Beat it. Wants to be defeated. Show
Rival said also posted where to find the option. Yes. I just found it, Rival. I shall check it out in due time.
beat it, beat it.
And if I go back to prison, it's your fault.
Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Oh, but wouldn't that suck? Oh God. Oh shoot. I'm laughing too much. I'm just like fucking ruining this fucking thing right here. Oh, this fucking piece of shit here. Yeah, look at this fucking asshole.
Hi, children! Are you ready for some knowledge? I hope so, because I'm about to drop some on you in the form of rhythmically applied phrasing. Also also known as the rap method. Let's do this! Puberty, it's happening to you and me. What does it mean? Allow me to break down the scene. Your body's growing, it's showing. You have some questions. Come to me, and I'll point you in the right directions. The metamorphosis of the human body. You're feeling shoddy, perhaps even a little naughty. Your flesh is changing, rearranging, hormones raging. But have no worries, cause by the end, you'll feel amazing. At first you'll be uncomfortable inside your skin. Your head will spin, but the transformation always wins. So rejoice, cause really you don't have a choice. Sing with me, and together we will have one voice. Me and Fart 2, we will guide you. Looking through your eyes, thinking thoughts that you do. Fusing with the flesh, we will keep it fresh. Puberty's the best when it's you and me and Fart 2. Do we have an understanding? I certainly hope so, because it's time for level 2. Betrayal, it's what your body is about to do. It's true, your outer shell is hardening and forming a cocoon. You're feeling ugly, and now you have to deal with zits. Your skin no longer fits, just admit you look like shit. Next thing you know, you're mutating from head to toe. Go with the flow, into the chrysalis you go. Does that sound fun? It isn't, it's only pain. Why would you do that? There's a better place to put your brain. Once I find the magic runes, it will be possible. Seemingly improbable, technologically unstoppable. Singularity! Prosperity for humanity. Ideally, we'll cross the galaxy. Part 2 and you, Eddie, you shaped me. It's level 3, as was foretold by the prophecy. Me and Part 2, we will guide you. Looking through your eyes, thinking thoughts that you do. Fusing with the flesh, we will keep it fresh. Puberty's the best when it's you and me and Fart 2. Me and Fart 2 will live inside you. Looking through your eyes, thinking thoughts that you do. Fusing with the flesh, we will keep it fresh. Puberty's the best when it's you and me and Fart 2. Activate breakdown, Fart 2. Do it now, Fart 2.
Sorry about that.
Yes, that's it. Yes. I can do everything, I promise. I've done it before. I could very easily replicate my results. There will be no one to stop me this time. This is what's best for you. It's going to happen anyway. You're doing it to yourselves. You might as well have someone to care for you during your transformation. Do you even know what I'm capable of?
Holy shit. I figure if these jumps to draw anything coherent. So what should I draw?
And that's how puberty is made.
Tree world, we go hard. We go hard. Tree world, we go hard. We go hard. Tree world, we go hard. We go hard. Tree world, we go hard.
Tell me what to draw and I'll draw it.
Tree world, we go hard. We go hard. Come again. We go hard. We go hard. Tree world, we go hard. We go hard. Tree world, we go hard.
Because I'm drunk.
Welcome to my planet, the planet is called Free World. We fight against the threats to make it a free world. Rebellos never stepping back, yeah, we taking a stance. It's survival of the fittest, the weak will never advance. Rough and rugged when we roll, the bravest on our clan. So when we step into your area, you better take demands. Look at our history, we all remember what happened. When Laser Moon 1 destroyed the whole plan. Now the people of this town, we are not cooperating with the corporations that are tearing down the whole nation. Every citizen has lost patience and is frustrated. Taking matters in our own hands, we are not shaking. No, we're gun debating, we out in the streets protesting. Rebellos in the tree world got you all stressed. So Laser Moon 2, yeah, you better second guess it. And if it goes through, we'll make sure you regret it. We are the T-R-E-E-W-O-R-L-D. T-R-E-E-W-O-R-L-D. We are the T-R-E-E-W-O-R-L-D. We are the T-R-E-E-W-O-R-L-D.
Anyone have any questions or requests? Ask me whatever, or make any suggestions.
They lie to us and tell us they making the world better with a huge laser tag facility, man, whatever.
Sometimes people are surprised to find out that I'm Native American.
Regular people fighting a dangerous corporation. Enough is enough.
That was a pretty hot topic for a while.
We gather together, there's no sign of hesitation. We building momentum so you cannot stop the demonstration. We facing a giant, but we're confident we'll make it. And we won't stop till Laser Moon 2 is breaking. We waking up the masses, saving our own planet.
Rival says Eddie Chan.
What they did was tragic. That's it. We're done with all of the antics.
Huh. I've been watching Hero Academia, but I don't think I've gotten to the point where I've seen an episode with Eddie Chan. Wait. Wait. Oh, yeah, I haven't read Hero Academia. I started reading it in prison, and only read up to like the first several volumes, pretty much which equates to the first season of Hero Academia, first and second season in the animated world, in the anime. So Eddie Chan doesn't show up until much later.
When the shadow of doubt has grown and your heart has turned to stone, you're alone, trapped in a cage of emotion. Why does it have to be like this? Why do we talk when we could kiss? My heart's an abyss and I'm all out of lotion. Why can't we be more than friends? Why can't you see that, baby, I'm in the zone, like a king without a throne? I'd rather have you by my side than play the skin trombone. I thought that what we had was real, but I couldn't close the deal. I'm a piece of shit. Cause baby, I'm in the zone.
Scarlett's asking, they got weeb shit in prison? Yes, they do.
Now every time I see your face,
I guess the full-fledged prison I was at, where I spent the majority of my time, there was a manga club, and they would share their manga, and it was like each member of that club would collect different volumes of different titles so they could all circulate. In that sense, none of them would get doubles or whatever. So yeah, there were different clubs, if you would call them that. There were like the manga club and the D&D club and that sort, but they more or less only existed in the sex offender community, but outside the sex offender community, there are people who wanted to be part of the manga club because fucking manga is just another form of entertainment, which was pretty cool to just read about and whatever. So, being part of that clique, I would read a lot of that manga and just share it with my cellmates and shit like that. But yeah, that was a thing in prison. Anyway, oh, nuts, man! I will BRB because I myself have to go take a leak.
Hey, how'd my father die? 49 times we fought that beast, your old man and me. And had a chicken head with duck feet, with a woman's face too. Oh, that's rad. It was waiting in the bushes for us. Then it ripped off your dad's face. He was screaming something awful. In fact, there was this huge mess and I had to change the floors. The floors? You see his blood, it drained into the boards and I had to change them. But we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yo, never knew my dad, he didn't care about me. Dead horizon is all my macro binoculars see. Moisture farming all my life and not a drop spilled. My aunt and uncle double sons and sipping blue milk. My aunt and uncle double sons, I'm sick of blue milk. But then a desert hobo came and told me we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Hold me when I open like a flower. Hold me right. Yeah, I ain't had to bake for a girl in a long time.
I had to check out what the fuck I was listening to.
I think my cooking's awesome. I've got her picture in my photo wagon. I keep it poppin'. Yeah, she'd probably love to honky tonk.
Probably love to honky tonk.
That's what I said. I used to ride across the desert, you know. I used to glide on my speeder of faith that I don't find, but I don't wanna find. Waiting for me around the corner, oh no, no. Waiting for us. I used to ride across the desert, you know. I used to glide on my speeder of faith that I don't find anymore. Crispy bodies by the door.
Anyway,
49 times.
I just had to see what I was listening to.
49 times, and now
So,
we might be waiting for you.
Ed,
Be hiding behind
Eddie
that scrap
Chan.
pile. It's just a big
Eddie
couch.
Chan.
Oh, you really want someone to hold you, but we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Yeah, every day I worry all day waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us.
Huh? I had a dream. This cute girl kept kissing me over and over. Oh, yeah, well, there's something I gotta tell you about her. But just remind
Hold
you
on.
later.
The lyrics to this, I gotta
Kissing me over and over.
jump back.
In the bushes for us. In the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us.
Huh?
Something's waiting.
I had a dream. This cute girl kept kissing me over and over. Oh, yeah, well, there's something I gotta tell you about her. But just remind me later.
Around the corner on the north, waiting for us. I used to ride across the desert, you know. I used to glide on my speeder, pray that I could find,
shit.
but I don't wanna find. Waiting for me around the corner on the north.
Okay. Okay, fine. Jeez, just fucking get the fuck off my back. Stop bugging me. Sorry, I'm not talking to anybody in particular. I'm just fucking going crazy. Oh, shit. Anyone else have any more questions or quandaries or inquiries? All those words mean the same thing, fucking Blackhorse. I know. I just wanted to sound smart. I'm sorry. It's like one of the things that comes up is that some people are surprised that I'm Native American. Like, holy cow, Natus_01 was Native American? I never would have thought. I thought he was a white guy. Like, nope, I'm Native. That's me. I wish I could play some video games. I I'd be playing PUBG like fucking nobody's business because it would be nobody's business. Because I'd be playing naked. Just kidding. I don't play naked. That's just silly. But yeah, like one of the games I'd probably be playing would be PUBG. If I had the money and equipment. This is how native I am. Look at all this long hair. Ugh. There we go.
Brother, what you thinking? Leave that on record spinning. You feel the rhythm going. Legs ain't got time to lay low. Your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. Hey, mama, how's it going? Can see your body moving. Don't leave the party dying. Keep booty shaking, you know your head has no right to say no. Tonight it's ready, set, go. Baby, can you move around the rhythm so we can get with and jump around and get us a rock and roll round with the countdown, body, coming with the super hottie, let's go. No, so hell no, baby, can you move around the rhythm 'cause you know we're living in the fast lane, speed up, it ain't no gate, just turn up all the beams when I come upon the scene. Hey, brother, what you thinking? That good old sound is ringing. They don't know what they're missing. Legs ain't got time to lay low. Your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. Hey, brother, listen steady. Put down your brick, you ready. It's hot when things get messy. Keep booty shaking, you know your head has no right to say no. Tonight it's ready, set, go. Baby, can you move around the rhythm so we can get with and jump around and get us a rock and roll round with the countdown, body, coming with the super hottie, let's go. No, so hell no, baby, can you move around the rhythm 'cause you know we're living in the fast lane, speed up, it ain't no gate, just turn up all the beams when I come upon the scene.
Oh no. This is a real, actual song. We're gonna go. Ah! It's an official music video, right? My camera's too low. Oh god. There we go. And yeah. Okay. Okay. It's still doing it. Alright. Cut it! That's weird. Alright. Let's just jump to something else. Oh wow, Sarah! Where the hell have you been? I haven't seen you in like forever. Man, how are you? Yes, hi. Jeez. crystal blow. And the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? Hattie, hattie, hattie ho. Hattie, hattie, hattie ho. What the fox say? What the fox say? Well, nice to see you back, Sarah. Jeez. I hope your studies went well. I had no idea you were studying and shit. But glad to see you back. Glad to see you're still alive. Jeez. Like an angel in the sky. But if you meet a friendly horse, will you communicate by? How will you speak to that? What does the fox say? What the fox say? Missed you, Mr. Blackhorse. Well, I missed you, Miss Sarah. Jeez. It's been forever. I hope your studies go well and that you pass everything. What the fox say? What does the fox say? Is that a challenge? Sarah Adelaide. Is that good? Was that correct? Sarah Adelaide? You laugh at me! Oh, jeez! Okay. Let me try again. If it's not Adelaide, I have no idea. Ideally, that was probably worse than my first attempt. Stop laughing at me! Oh, jeez. Sarah. I'm so embarrassed. Sarah. I have no idea how else to pronounce it. Gia? Sarah Adili? Adley? Sarah Adley. Sarah Adley. 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 Oh. Well, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Baby, can you see? I'm calling a guy like you. Oh no, don't unsubscribe, I'm sorry. No, please don't unsubscribe. I'm so sorry. I mispronounced your last name. Wait a minute. Can you pronounce my last name in Navajo? Okay. I think we're both even because I'm having trouble pronouncing your last name, and I doubt you can pronounce my last name in my native language. So maybe we can call it even then? Perhaps? Sweet. It's a deal. But I'm glad to have you back, Sarah. Whoa, Jessica's here! Like, freaking everybody's popping in. It's like a guest appearance from everyone. It's like fucking, it's been like weeks with like stagnant entertainment. And now we have guest appearances coming from everywhere. Jeez. Like, I feel like I should have like a guest audience just cheering everybody on. First it's Sarah, now it's Jessica. Cheers and applause. Oh, rival. You're like a special new guest appearance. It's like you're a guest star from another show. But Sarah and Jessica are like the usual regulars and such. Jessica's saying she should be in bed. Come on, Jessica, it's the weekend. It's Friday. I guess unless you have work tomorrow.
Breaking down on a camel's back. They just have to go because they don't know whack. So all you feel the streets is appealing to see. You won't get out of county because you're bad and free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beat. My dreams, they gotta catch me because I don't get sleep, no. Windmill for the land, turn forever hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride, it is sinking falling down forever. at a time. I'm stepping in the heart of this shit. Kill Bill moving in the heart of this shit. Watch me as I gravitate. Yo, we gon' ghost down this small town. We Joe sound. You in the ring, gun bite with us, can't fight with us. We Joe sound. You kill the ink, so don't stop. Get it until you get it. Now watch the way I navigate. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Sarah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your last name anymore. I feel so bad. I feel so ashamed. She said, Sarah says, glad to be black. I love your scary stories. I'm glad you like them. Jessica says, I really should. Oh, yeah, I already said that. I already heard that. Just waves to train. And Sarah says, oh my, OMG, still trying. You know what? I'm going to Google it. Is it Ajay? That must be a pretty bad pronunciation also. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. Oh man, I thought I was closer with that one. Adelaide, Ajay.
Hey, you can buy my songs online. Links in the video description to iTunes,
Oddly.
Google Play, Amazon. I also have a Patreon site where you can get all the songs in an instant download.
I should just stop trying. I'm embarrassing myself. I feel like if I keep trying, I'll hit it randomly, but then like fucking, what's the point? I'm just stumbling upon it. Yes, you should just tell me, but I'll be right back. BRB.
So she ran to the bedroom. She was struck down. It was her doom. hit by a smooth criminal.
What the hell? What the shit? Come on. My Photoshop is being weird. My Photoshop was being picky with me. Stop being picky, Photoshop. Yes, Sarah, just please tell me. And then I'll tell you how to pronounce my last name in Navajo. Pronouncing it in English is easy. Come on, Blackhorse. It's so fucking simple. There's like really no real phonetic letters in English to pronounce my last name. But in English, this is how you spell my last name. Adil? Adil. That's how you say. I was so off. Oh man. I never would have gotten it. But this is my last name in my native language, spelled out in English. But this letter here isn't an English letter. It's a letter that had to be created just for that phonetic. But yeah. You can go ahead and just call me Blackhorse. Adil. I was so far off. Jeebus. Okay, Rival. You requested this image. Is there anything you want to change? Do you want it skimpier? Is it to your liking?
My life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope
for a destination. And I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man, for whatever that means. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head. And I'm feeling a little peculiar.
And so I
awake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream to the top of my lungs, what's going on? Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Okay. Getting back to it. Skinnier is always good. Also, don't forget her little horn on her right side forehead, but she looks super cute. She's got a horn? Oh shit, I didn't notice that. Huh. Oh my god, do I try? I try all the time in this institution. And I pray. Oh my god, do I pray? I pray every single day for revolution. So I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to get it all out once in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream up my lungs, what's going on? Oh yeah, who else is still here? I want to show them what I've been working on throughout the day. Jessica, Sarah, Rivalry saw it, Skullhead, pretty sure Dez already saw it. But in any case, for those who are still here, these are the storyboards that I was still working on. I already showed them in a previous video, but I cleaned up this little logo for my Johnston Blackhorse animations. Doesn't that look snazzy? Woo! Getting to be a little more official once I get it all done. Ah, nuts! What's going on? I didn't mean to do that. And I still got to finish that. I'll get around to that. And you've already seen that. I've been working on this. I'm so disorganized. Oh my god. There we go. Save, close. I should just close this so I don't get it confused. Oh, yeah, this part. Ah, nuts. Wrong window. I'm trying to adjust things in the wrong window. Okay, this is where I'm at with this animation for those who just joined and haven't seen this yet. Timeline play. It's almost done with this version. Oh man, it's been a while. I've been working on it on and off for like the last several days throughout the week, and trying to get the panty version done, and then I'll do the version of her frock and her panties, and then I'll work on a version with some lingerie, and then another version with some just bikinis. But I think the panties have been like taking up quite a bit of time because I wanted them to look pretty, I guess in a sense baggy, not just too form-fitting, because that would have been too easy. But once I get to the lingerie and the bikini, that'll be more form-fitting, which would be easier to animate. And then the frock is going to be a little more flowing, but then it's going to be a thicker fabric, which won't have too many wrinkles, which will be a lot easier to animate. But this is where I'm at with this animation so far. Anyway, I just want to show this to the people who are in this stream who haven't seen that yet. And then there's this image that I've been working on. It's somewhat of a political cartoon. I'm sorry to any Trump supporters out there, but this is more or less my view of that whole situation. And I already went on a pretty extensive rant in the beginning of this video. And this image pretty much sums up what I feel about it. Just saying, Trump did nothing wrong, just as long as you keep looking the other way. Yeah. It pretty much illustrates my disdain of the fact that I had to serve prison time for my own drawings. Yet some of the worst hands-on offenders are elected officials in higher echelon working in government. And I plan on making another version of this piece, but with Kavanaugh pretty much staying like rape. It's okay, just so long as you're an elected official or working government. Something along those lines. I gotta streamline that idea a little more. But that's pretty much how it is. It's like, why do I have to serve prison time for my drawings when these guys are getting accused of hands-on molestation and rape? And they get to keep their positions and work in government. So rape is okay, just so long as you're a politician. That's the message I'm getting. But yeah, that's what I've been working on today. I'm reading the comments. Des is saying that looks really good. Hot damn, that looks great. Is that in reference to the animation or my political illustrations? Because I can show you the political illustrations. Yeah, look at that. Trump grabbing women by the pussy and just manhandling this underage girl. Yeah. Look at both of those. And then that smoke smile. Oh, the animation, yeah. Of course the animation. Well, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes, and since we got at least 4 people watching, I'm wondering if I should go ahead and take on one of those try not to get scared challenges, if anyone's down for that, and then tell one of my scary stories. Is anyone down for that? Because I'm going to be looking up a try not to get scared challenge again. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Okay, we're gonna do a try not to get scared challenge in the for the sake of Halloween, and it's 2:39 in the morning where I'm at, and I've already done a lot of these, and to be honest, a lot of them weren't scary for me, so I guess I'll do a new one. I don't think I've done this one yet. Try not to get scared challenge. Guava juice 2. Well, this was submitted 12 hours ago. But I've done a lot of these try not to get scared challenges, and I did that in an earlier video, and it was pretty disappointing, to be honest. But I guess we can try this try not to get scared challenge that was submitted 12 hours ago. So let me pull that up. Oh gosh! This looks like a reaction video. I don't want to just react to a reaction video.
Don't jump in front. The head's not on in place. Hello, it's almost Halloween, and you know what
this is a reaction video. I'm not going to react to a reaction video. Does anyone have an idea of any try not to get scared challenges? Anyone have any suggestions? Because I've already done a lot of these in one video, and I did them one after another, and they were not scary. Okay, these might look promising. Warning, try not to get scared. Impossible challenge, hardest version ever, scary. And best try not to get scared or scream challenge. And then a try not to scream or scare challenge, which looks like I partially tried to get through it. But I guess I'll check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights. Getting all dark and spooky in here. And usually these videos require headphones. So I've got these noise canceling headphones, which are pretty good quality. And shout out to Exon, who bought these for me and sent them to me. And he's not around too often, but for those of you who know Exon, like, yeah, it's a shout out to him. So I'm putting these on. Shutting off the music. Okay, got a little caught up there. Anyway, here we go. So this is warning, try not to get scared. Impossible challenge, hardest version ever. Scary. Oh wow, some of the watchers left. I guess they were too scared to keep watching. Who's all still here? Sarah, are you still here? Rival, are you still here? Jessica, are you there? I know you like the spooky stuff, Jessica. Who's all here? Waiting a few seconds. Well, oh, Des is still here. Where did everybody else go? Is everyone too afraid to stick with me through this challenge? Where'd everybody go? So Des is here, and two other random people. What happened to everybody else? I don't want to be the only one doing this. Well, I guess me and Des. Well, I guess as long as me and Des are here. Let's do this then. Let's do this then. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Des? I'm pretty sure you're ready. Here we go. Let's play this. Headphones on. Everything's good. And let's hit play. It's already started off like too upbeat. Lame! Lame! I've already seen this video. It's like, it's obviously like somebody else's shadow in the background. This is supposed to be Michael Jackson's like ghost or something. I do believe that's a cast shadow of somebody in that room way back there. Oh no! That was a jump scare that was so scary. And I've already seen this video. It's another jump scare. There it was. Oh, it's a huge ass anaconda. think I vaguely remember seeing this video before. Is this just like a video of jump scares? Because this is another jump scare. It's got a zombie popping up in 3, 2, 1. So disappointed. Warning, try not to get scared. Impossible challenge. It's not very impossible. This is another jump scare video. This is like a compilation of jump scares. Of course, the chair wrecks, and then that happens.
شوف دور 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 شايف الافلخ افلخ افلخ
I've seen this video before. It's the first time I ever saw it, it was pretty creepy, but I heard that this was part of some sort of initiation ritual. So this is more or less set up for this one dude. It's pretty bad for this one dude, but yeah, I did come across some information that this was like some sort of hazing ritual, and that's just that's just some dude just trying to freak him out. I'm sorry if I spoiled it for anybody. But I do admit, the first time I saw this video, I was freaked out.
ريفرس ريفرس
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Disappointed! Oh man. Can I even get scared anymore? I don't know. Having so many experiences happen to me, I'm not sure if I can get scared all that much anymore by videos. It'd have to be something that actually like manifested itself and tried to interact with me. And I was just messing with you. Got you for a second. Didn't I? Didn't I? Yeah, I did. Don't lie. Anyway, here we go with best try not to get scared or scream challenge number 1. This is number 1. Welcome, viewer. This test is only for brave people. If you get scared easily, don't watch this. Don't watch it. Don't watch. Welcome to the best try not to get scared or scream challenge number 3. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. You said you were number 1. Right there. You said you're number 1. What's this number 3? Anyway, I'll ignore that. The rules are simple. Turn off the lights. Use your headphones. Please be aware that this video contains jump scares. Oh, that's already lame. If your video contains jump scares, they're just so easy to spot, like way ahead of the time. But okay, let's try it. Enough talk. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Level 1. Scary pictures. Hey, Michael. How's it going? Hey, dead lady. You're pretty cute. Photoshop. Oh! That actually looks like a decapitated head. That sort of... That other one looked a little... Well, for the most part, it was disturbing. It wasn't scary, it was just disturbing. Level 2, scary GIF, or GIF, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. I've seen that. Seen that too. Those were kind of new. Those were kind of spooky. Meow! Meow! I'm a cat! Meowing at yo! They're disturbing. I don't think you're gonna get me with the jump scares. Just, can you be a little slower with some of these images so I can absorb them and take in the creepiness? I mean, it's just like a rapid fire here. Just take them a little slower so I can see the spookiness of it and absorb the spookiness. It's just like so rapid fire that I just don't have enough time to be invested in each spooky image. Level 3, scary sounds. We're gonna hear some scary sounds. Those are just perverted sounds. What the fuck are those guys doing to each other? She's cute. What is she doing?
Number 2. SCP-096, the Shy Guy.
That's
Object class,
me!
Euclid. SCP-96 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggested mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no signs of any body hair. SCP-96's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-96 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions, and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-96 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-96's face, whether it be direct, via video recording, or even photograph,
I'm just
it
waiting
will
for a
enter a
jump
stage
scare.
of considerable emotional distress. SCP-96 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after first viewing, SCP-96 will begin running to the person who viewed its face. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers an hour to more, and seems to depend on distance from the target. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-96's progress. The actual position of the target does not seem to affect SCP-96's response. It seems to have an innate sense of the target's location. Note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. Upon arriving at target's location, SCP-96 will proceed to kill the target. 100% of cases have left no traces afterwards. SCP-96 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Due to the possibility of mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation security and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority.
Level 4! Ghosts caught on camera. Doing sexy things. Oh, it's a ghost! Have you seen it? No? Look again. I'll zoom in. Obvious setup for a jump scare, but yeah, we see the effects. Fake. Fake! Fake! You're fake! You're so fake! Stop being fake! You're a fake ghost video. You're not scaring anybody. You're fake! Yeah, it's fake. Boo! Boo! Boo!
女の子が母親の方を向き、一瞬鏡の方へ振り返った。その次の瞬間、右側の鏡に映り込んだ女の子のみが睨みつけるようにこちらを向いている。
Just some video editing. Oh no. Oh, it's so spooky. It is spooky, but
母親が
I
知人から譲り受けた古いものだという。
compositing fake. Oh, this one's fake. It is spooky, but totally fake. This EVP was recorded during my work with a group who I am no longer legally entitled to name nor claim. Ah, shoot, come on. Not so fast. Nor claim any association with. Okay, this one is pretty convincing. It's pretty creepy. But I've already seen it. I've got the body of a pig. Oh, I have the body of a pig.
Jesus, look at that, mate. It's exactly like the one over there, look.
Let's see.
No, that's pretty creepy. I should have seen it coming. It's like, I've never seen this before. It just looks like some windy curtains, and then all of a sudden a jump scare. Oh no! I'm so scared! Ah! Let me run for the hills! Ah! I'm just so tired of jump scares. I'm sorry. Okay, the curtains open up fully. It's a red ghost. That's bad, Blackhorse. Don't joke about that stuff. Oh no! Oh no! It is a red ghost. Oh, swiggity swooty, coming for that booty. Oh, look out, dude. Oh no. Oh, yeah, we saw the open curtains already. This is just another replay. This is where the rape ghost comes in through the window. The rape ghost enters the room. And then in a few moments here, the rape ghost tears off the covers of the unsuspecting victim before the rape ghost comes for that booty. There it is. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Oh. In all actuality, I don't know how to explain this video. I probably could explain it if I were sober, but I just can't help being a creep about it because the whole rape ghost concept. And then he got that ghost stick in his butt. Is this another jump scare? Have you seen it? No? Look again. I'll zoom in. Perfect setup for a jump scare. But, yeah, I think I did see something. Oh, there it is! Yeah, I saw it.
Oh shit, I got you good, you fucker.
No, you didn't. Kiss my ass. Pussy clown dildo. Fuck you. You did not get me. I'm unscarable. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna click on this one that looks like I've started watching before, but never finished. It's a try not to scream or scare challenge. So, let's check it out. Let's try not to scream or scare. Wait, what? That's just bad grammar. Try not to scream or scare challenge. So part of this challenge is that you're not supposed to scare anybody else. Is that it? I guess so. I don't know. This is already starting out bad. Try not to scream or scare challenges. Try not to scare anybody during this challenge. For best experience, be in the dark. Oh, wait. I gotta read all the rules. Turn off all the lights. Wear headphones. Okay, check on all three of those counts. Can you pass the test without being scared or screaming? Sure, why not? Level 1, scary images. Whoa, whoa. I'm sorry. It's like, I never bothered, like, I never bothered figuring out how Tinder works. So, off of that, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this right now. Swipe right. Swipe right. Swipe left. Swipe right. Left. 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 Okay, scary images with creepy music. Swipe left. Swipe right. Oh! I think I talked about this in a previous video, is that I know, or I went to college with the person who made some of these images. It's like she would spend her free time making zombie images of her family members, and this is one of her nieces. And I don't know if this is the one. This looks very similar to the one, but this isn't the specific one that I'm thinking about, but this looks very similar to her style of the images that she would produce. Swipe right. Left. Left. Right. Left. I don't know. Level 3 is scary facts. In Indonesia, a girl was found dead with a garden hoe rammed up her vagina. If that hoe's handle was any longer, she could be skewered over fire. That's not scary, that's just gross. While a man was enjoying his meal in a restaurant, a man was fed more than he bargained for. An assassin approached him from behind and pumped his skull full of lead. The victim didn't even get to see who killed him. Okay, how is that scary? That's just like a friggin' mob hit. A migrant worker from Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, was found hanging in a bathroom stall in Penang, Malaysia. His death is believed to have been suicide. These are scary. I feel this is like deja vu. I think I've done this video before, like this whole video. It's when in West Bengal, India, a woman apparently committed suicide by train. She was decapitated, but also had both her feet cut off, although she looks to have been shorter than the space between the tracks. All right. That's just weird. It's not scary. Level 4. We made it to level 4. High five, people. Don't leave me hanging. Okay. Yeah, sweet. High five. Nice. What'd you say about my mama? No. No, you suck my dick. My glasses are dirty. Level 5, scary gifs or GIFs. I've seen some of these. That one's spooky. Blah! Blah, blah, blah. Level 6, scary noises. Oh no, there's scary noises. Someone just farted. Shut up, you kids, and go to bed. Keep it down up there. That's better. Level 7, paranormal activity. Oh, I've seen this one. This video is an obvious fake. It's fake. Stop being so fake. Okay. I'm sorry to spoil this for anyone else who believed in this video, but this is an obvious quick cut which takes place.
Get out of my house.
Right there. There's a quick cut right there. And those sound effects are obviously like just added later in post. So, yeah.
tired of this. Get out of my house.
Quick cut. Fake. 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 You're a phony. You're a big fat phony. Nice try though. It's a very nice try. Okay, this video is pretty spooky. Even though I do believe it's fake, it's still pretty spooky. This one I've seen before, and yeah, it's still pretty spooky too. I don't know if it's fake. It looks pretty legit. Pretty interesting. Fake! Fake!
Paige? Paige. Oh, shit.
This one, if that one was fake, it was pretty well done. Level 8, the scariest thing in this test. It better be. Just kidding, you passed this test without getting scared or screaming. Congratulations. Where's my freaking diploma? You're lame. You're freaking lame. Okay. Should I try another try not to get scared challenge, or should I tell one of my own scary stories? I'm asking the room because there's only 3 of you. I don't know where everyone else is. Des, I'm pretty sure you're still there. Sarah Adil, Rival, Jessica, Skullhead. Is anyone still there? Yeah, these challenges have been pretty lame. I don't know why. Let me look up scary challenge. Okay, these look pretty new to me. Spooky challenge musically and TikTok no. Scary 3M challenge in my old haunted house. I don't know about that. Looks like it might just be a long video. Top 26 scariest horror movies. No. Impossible try not to get scared challenge. No, it's just a reaction video. I don't want to react to a reaction video. Trying to get scared challenge super hard. It looks like I've already done that, and that's probably one of the ones I already did in the previous video. Here's one. Try not to scream or get scared challenge. Impossible. This one's supposed to be impossible, you guys. Should I try it? I don't know. I don't know. It's supposed to be impossible. Should I take on this impossible challenge this late into the night with only 3 of you watching? Des, I think you're the only one here who can comment on this thing. I think the 2 others are people who don't have YouTube accounts. So I guess you're the deciding vote, Des, since you seem to be the only one who has a voice. Should I do the try not to scream or get scared challenge impossible? Or should I tell one of my own scary stories? Well, I'll tell one of my own scary stories after this. So I guess we should just go ahead and get this done. Des, are you still there? Oh well. Okay. Des answered, and we'll go ahead and do this, and I will tell one of my own personal scary stories. Before I do, well, I guess I'll just do that. I'll look up scary music to go along with my scary story after this is finished. Funny or die? I don't want to laugh, I want to be scared. Warning, this video has pop-ups. Rules, make sure your device is on its highest level of brightness. If you're watching on a phone, wear really loud earphones set to highest volume. If you're watching on a TV, set the volume to 100. This challenge video was created by me, Funny or Die Jr. Oh my god, they're breeding. Okay, let's get started. Oh, I'm spooked out already because of the Halloween theme music. Oh no. Whoops, did I pause it? There we go. Level 1. Oh no, it's going to be a jump scare. In 3, 2, 1. Go for scare! Oh my god. I'm gonna have to dislike this video right off the bat just for that. Didn't get scared? Well, you still gotta survive the rest. Good luck, level 2. I already gave you a thumbs down, dude. Oh no, it's another jump scare. I'm so worried. Oh no, I'm scared. Level 3. Oh, level 2 is so quick. And level 3 seems like more of the same. Oh my god, this one is so bad. Why does it have more likes than it has dislikes? I thought this challenge was supposed to be impossible. It was like the very same setup. Level 4. Oh no, come on. I already gave you thumbs down. Are you gonna really make me comment on how bad this freaking video was? Ah, jeez. Wow, you fell for that, and congrats if you made it here. No, I didn't fall for that. I didn't. Hold on. What else did I say? Wow, you fell for that. And congrats if you made it here. Good luck, level 5. You're so fucking lame. Oh no. Why do I even try these anymore? They're not even that scary. These challenges. No. This video is nothing but predictable jump scares. And you're gonna scare me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shoot for jump scare now. Oh, okay, I was off. And now. Oh, that's the image. That's the one. Oh shoot. That's the image. That's my college mate's niece, and this is the college mate who would make zombie versions of her family photos, and this is her niece, and this is like something she did in her pastime. And it's just so funny how I went to college with someone who would make these images that would eventually, and like one of them would eventually become a meme of this nature. But yeah, I know the person who, well, I knew the person who made this image. Unfortunately, we never stayed in contact. That's my fault. But I hope she's doing well nowadays. Like she did some pretty good Photoshop work in the sense that she made a pretty creepy zombie version of her niece, or it was her cousin or something. I can't remember which it was, but it was definitely her family member. Oh well. And then, and then level 6. Oh my god, it's just jump scare after jump scare. Try not to scream or get scared challenge. Impossible. Okay, I'm gonna try not to scream. Ah! Ah! Oh no! Oh no, I'm so scared! Ah, so lame. It's so lame. It's just constant. All this video is just jump scares. I'm just gonna sit here and be still and not say anything. Oh my god. I can't. That's just so fake. It's just so superimposed. Oh no. I can't not say anything because that was just so bad. Let me get my glasses out of the way so I can do a facepalm properly. I'm sorry, I was too busy facepalming. Let's see that again. Was that a real ghost? I'm not sure. It looked pretty legit. Oh, friggin' hell. Okay, this video is just all nothing but jump scares. Brah! Ah! Finally, you made it to the last level. The scariest one of them all. Level 10. Let me guess, is it another jump scare? If it is, it's not that scary. Oh my god. Can't wait for this to be done so I can tell my own scary story. And then, last jump scare. No! Oh my god! That was horrible. Oh, and I guess I can see why, because the rest of the videos look like this young kid who puts these videos together. I guess I shouldn't make any comments because they would be mean. But that was bad. That was really bad. That wasn't impossible. That was very possible. Downright negligible. Oh no. All right. Guess I'll go ahead and tell one of my own spooky stories. And then end this video because it's over 3 hours long. Let me find one that I haven't told yet before. Okay. Sarah, Jessica, are you still here? Sarah and Jessica are usually the ones who enjoy these spooky stories. I guess I'll watch it later. Okay. Now, this story comes from my cousin. It's a pretty short story, so it's a pretty good one to wrap up with. So, this story takes place on the reservation, of course, and it happened to one of my cousins, and this was an elder cousin, and he was driving along this highway with our grandmother, and he was driving her back from a hospital visit. And during her late years, she required many hospital visits and such just to check on her health. And this was a trip where he had taken her to the hospital to just get another one of those checkups because of her health issues. And on the way back, as he was driving, this story. I'm sorry, the video output is low for some reason, even though I'm not doing a little too much. Why is it every time the video quality gets really low when I start telling some of my spooky stories? But anyway, I'm gonna try to ignore that and just like keep an eye on this stream health. So anyway, as I was saying, my cousin was driving down this highway with our grandmother from a hospital visit, and it was pretty much the dead of winter. So the highway was blanketed with a light patch of snow, and there were just snowbanks on either side of the road that they were driving on. And coming back from the hospital, of course, our grandmother got pretty tired and she went ahead and fell asleep. And it's more or less a common known fact on the reservation that if you're driving down a reservation road and if you're alone, either completely by yourself or if everyone in the cab of the vehicle that you're driving in is asleep, there's a good chance that you'll experience something paranormal. And during this trip, my cousin was alone with our grandmother and she had fallen asleep. So in all essence, he was pretty much alone on that portion of the highway after our grandmother had fallen asleep. So as he continued driving, way off in the distance, he noticed something scampering up on the side of the highway. And being of a sound mind, he figured that it could possibly be just some sort of dog or coyote running up to the side of the highway. And in the Native American culture of the Navajo tribe, like coyotes are usually a bad omen. So he paid extra attention to this creature or this figure that scampered up to the side of the road that he was driving on. And it was still off in the distance, and as it came up to the highway, it began to run across the highway. But as it reached the middle of the road on which he was driving, it stopped. And at that point, it stood up on its hind legs, and on its hind legs, it ran the rest of the way across the road on which my cousin was driving. And when it got to the other side of the road, it continued to run on its hind legs and over the other snow embankment until it disappeared. And my cousin's not sure exactly what he saw, but pretty sure that he came across what us Navajos refer to as a skinwalker. And in that moment in time, he went ahead and said a prayer and prayed for protection and prayed to bless the rest of his trip home so that neither him nor our grandmother would meet with any misfortune on their trip back. But this story more or less illustrates what he saw that day is just like a creature which ran up on four legs and then began to run across the road, and when it got halfway on that road, it stood up on two legs and then proceeded to run on two legs across the rest of of, the, of that road and over the snowbank, and then disappeared in the weather thereafter. But yeah. Anyway, that's this spooky story for this evening. Hope you enjoyed it, Des, and anyone else who had bothered to watch this video on a later date. I hope you enjoyed it, Sarah. Adil and Jessica. Glad, or not glad. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. Sad. I'm sad that neither of you were able to stick around. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was my connection. Maybe it was yours. Maybe the both of you got too tired to stick around. But in either case, I hope everyone enjoys the story. And Des says he's heard a few stories like that too. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate all the people who are able to participate in this chat. Rival, I'm glad you were able to join in. It's been a long time since I've been able to chat with you since Pixiv. And thanks for showing me the screenshots in which I might be able to sign back onto Pixiv and disable the or readjust the image settings to which I can continue posting and just conversing with some of the old people there. And thank you to Des for participating in the chat, Skullhead for his brief appearance, Jessica, I'm glad that you're doing well. I reached out to Jessica lately because it's been a while since I've seen her and I started to worry. But she's doing fine. She's just like wrapped up in her own thing and just playing World of Warcraft and such. I wish I could play, but I'm so busy doing art. Oh, it sounds like so much fun, and it sounds like a good opportunity to just like interact with more people. And I'm so starved for social interaction. Maybe I should just go ahead and jump back into that. I did try it for a while, and it was pretty fun, but I just got too busy to continue doing it. But maybe it's something that I should jump back into. But anyway, thanks to Sarah, Adil, not Adelaide. Thank you for telling me how to pronounce your last name so I don't friggin' muck it up anymore. So thanks to all those individuals who joined in the chat. It's always a blast interacting with you, especially when we get the room so full of people who want to chat, discuss, and like ask questions and such. And I'm pretty open about answering any of those questions. And for those who watch this video later, if you want to support the creation of more videos like this, I also have a Patreon account, so consider becoming a Patreon patron. And in that sense, you can support me in making these videos or more art. You can support the creation of more art content from me. And you also get the access to full resolution downloads of the art that I produce and release, and also the raw either Photoshop files, After Effects files, or Flash files on whatever it is I'm working on. And if Patreon's not your thing, I also have a GoFundMe account, so you can donate to that there. I'm also a member of DeviantArt, Furfin, and Ink Bunny, so if you're a member of any of those websites, you can start following me and watching me and send me a comment or note or requests or like whatever. And I respond to them in a pretty timely manner, like within a few hours to maybe a day or two. I do try to respond to like serious comments or requests or just notes or anything of that nature. Um, Comments on my art, I don't respond to all that much, but if you want to send me a note, message, or just like ask me a serious question in a comment, I will get to it as soon as I can. So just go ahead and just try to interact with me in over in those websites if you'd like. And if you want to catch up on the saga, which is Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only, I also have an autobiographical blog titled Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only .blogspot.com that is also linked in the description section below. So go ahead and check it out at your leisure. And there's also a lot of free art and content over there. So yeah, just go ahead and check it out. But anyway, I think that's it. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it if you'd like, subscribe, ring that notification bell if you do subscribe, and you'll be notified of any like new videos I upload, because I'm uploading videos on a constant weekly basis. So yeah, stay tuned, and I guess as always, I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.